Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Matty Icy here, back with another video. This one's a bit of a random one, sort of out of nowhere, but it is the 1 in a million badge on Wizard101 solo as a level 100 Ice Wizard. So I've always wanted to do this. I finally just said, you know what, let's do it today. So yeah, I got the badge half an hour, 45 minutes ago. And I think this is the easiest way to do it, because they're all spells you should have as a level 90 plus Ice Wizard, probably even before that level 70, level 80. And it doesn't need any treasure cards. It does rely on you critting, so make sure you get that crit rating up a bit. And I'll obviously put on gear the most maximized for damage, because all this other stuff doesn't matter. You're going to be fighting, as you can see here, you're going to be fighting a Lost Soul, the weakest enemy in the game. You're going to survive 100 rounds fighting this if you want to. So, resistance doesn't matter. Putting on gear that gives you the most health doesn't matter. Purely damage. That's all that matters for this. As you can see here, 18 damage from the helmet, 17 damage from the boots, 20 damage from the robe, 20 damage from the boots, 99 overall. You're probably going to have more than me if you have a, very meta pet. I don't have one yet. I've been trying and trying, and it just hasn't happened. But yeah, I'm aware there's gonna be people with more damage than me at this level. Just 90 damage is enough. Um, so here's the deck for it. Lord of Winter, 10 pip spell. You could probably do Woolly Mammoth as well. Iceburn. But here is the deck, and it is important that you have every single one of these cards in your deck. If you want to go the no treasure card route, make sure you have every one of these in your deck. First of all, the Feint is from this Amulet Bazaar pickup. Spell deck. This one, this Balefrost, obviously all of these, you need all of these. But this Balefrost, you will not do a million damage if you don't have this. You just won't. I did a run to test it out without the Balefrost. 927,000 damage. With this normal Colossal. If you have the treasure card Colossal, use it. But, I was doing a couple runs before this and just seeing what works and what doesn't. If you just go Lord of Winter with Colossal, the normal Colossal, you will not do it. I did about 930,000 damage using the normal Colossal, and then with the treasure card Colossal, which is a plus 300 as opposed to a plus 275, I did like just over a million. But the easier solution is just have your Balefrost handy. Have it handy. Don't think you could shortcut this unless your damage is a lot better than mine, which very well could be the case. But this is at 95-ish damage. You will do a million with this setup. And the Balefrost is what pushes it over the edge. And then after that, you're going to want 2 ice traps, 2 ice blades, obviously the Lord of Winter, which is what I'm using to do the attack, a Colossal Astral Spell, a potent trap, or 3 potent traps, sorry, 3 sharpened blades, a sleet storm, 2 feint cards, 2 squall blades, or whatever, magic weaving school you did, 2 elemental blades, and 2 elemental traps. And now, just as a heads up, you're going to want 6 blades going off when you attack and 7 elemental traps. That is the way to do it. And obviously, again, these sharpeners and these potent traps are necessary. So let's go into the battle here, and this will just sort of be the playthrough section of it, and me in battle actually doing the attack. So the order you do it doesn't mean anything, but it's important that every step here you do. And you might be thinking, why Lost Soul? Besides the obvious reason it's the weakest creature in the game. It's not a fire. You know, you could fight a fire one and then get a boost back. And that is very true. You know, you're not wrong to sit there and think that. But I tried this when I actually did the badge. I did it against an old town, one of those dungeons where you need a wooden key for it. I think it was Roberto. He's a fire boss. Um, and it just didn't matter at all because he didn't get the boost. I walked in there thinking he was gonna get the boost. He didn't get it. Just do a Lost Soul. You're gonna take a lot more hits. I also looked at the Firecat Alley, like the Streetwalker Fire one, but they had a minus 25. So I keep checking this just to make sure that I'm not double casting. But they have a minus 25 shield, minus 25 ice shield. You do not want to see that. So just do a Lost Soul would be my advice. Yeah. You don't want to get 8 traps deep and then they throw on a minus 25 and it just screws everything up. You're already chancing it as is with this setup. But it's quicker than having to do all these and then 10 more treasure cards. You know, this is what I think is the quickest way with where I'm at. So yeah, this is just sort of the playthrough of it. I'm blading up, getting ready to attack. The Lost Soul is doing these a week. Whatever. 60 damage spells. You know, you could sit in here all day and take them. But yeah. There's really nothing else to add. Past the deck portion where I show you the cards you need to make sure that it does a million. This is just a playthrough of it. You know, to show you that I'm not bullshitting with what I put out there, and it actually does a million damage. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I am dumb, and when I was trying to do it earlier, I was seeing like not walkthroughs, but how-to videos on it, and they were just 10 plus years old. They're whipping out 20 different treasure cards on you. You're like, what am I witnessing? I think a walkthrough here and showing you the deck and going through the whole deck is easier. I mean, you don't need to even be watching this part. You could just look at the deck, try for yourself. Come to the end of the video here where I hit the guy for whatever damage and then show you that it works. But yeah, I think ice, it is the lowest hitting school, so you're gonna, maybe like I said, the first time I tried it earlier today, I was paranoid. I did all of these, and then for every spell I was doing here, I was doing treasure cards of the same card on top of it. So slightly overkill, but I had no idea how to gauge the damage. Like, you could have told me that would have done 800k with all I had up there, and I would have been like, you know what? I believe it. So we're getting down at the end here. Save the Sleet Storm spell until the very end. It's a 4-round spell. You don't want to cast it early and then lose out on it because every little piece of damage matters here. And again, we're however many rounds deep. I've lost 700 health. And then the Balefrost again. This doesn't matter when you use it. It's the Lost Soul. They're not going to cast a counter on you that takes this off. I save it to the end, but you don't have to do that. But it is very important. Make sure you have one of those handy. You think, oh, it's just one spell, 25%. You know, what is that? But when I cast this spell here in a couple seconds, you're going to see that moves the needle. And then now it's just pray to the lords above that you don't crit fail. That's all you can do at this stage. Here we go. Show us the crit and we are in the clear. Show us the crit. Show us the crit. There we go. Should be 6 blades. 7 of these. And let's see. Show us that 1 milli. There you go. 1.2 million damage. And that is your badge complete. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps some of you out there that want to do this as an ice wizard and you don't know where to start. This is the deck of dreams. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.